All right, getting set up. Do you guys hear it? Audio there? We got audio? Good. Hi, guys. All right. I have Johnson asks, I have 1.6 million. Can you give me some investment ideas? I'm sure we can do that before this is all over. Spent 4 million investing in Champions League and Scream Elites under 130K. Probably not a bad idea. Take you a while to pull that back. It works a ton of 86 Arnautoviches. Yeah, they capped the price on those. The Arnautovic had a price cap put on them, which is why they were up on the market and all over the place. Can you suggest a Premier League team for 4-4 or a 4-2-4 under 4 million? Whoa. Boxing Day players. There's a lot of cheap Boxing Day players. You can pretty much put together one hell of a team with that and just fill the gaps in with base players. Your investment tips and tricks you made a while back, can it still apply to FIFA Mobile now? King Chris 12 just asked. It depends on what you're referring to as a while back. $4:30 a.m. Tell me to go to sleep. Yeah. Ruben, you are up. Wait, that's either up really late or really early. I cannot make a call on that. Because 4:30 for me, that's late. That's usually about the time I'm hitting it. Player of the Month, Alexander Arnold. Yeah, I would love to see Player of the Month, Alexander Arnold. I'm hoping. But it won't be. I don't know who the Player of the Month will be. Yeah, everybody, the Hazard and Messi ended up being free to play if you were really focused on the just going after La Liga rivals points for. I just opened 2 beers. I am not paying attention at all. Yeah, as long as you were really focused and paying attention during the New Year's event, you could pick up an assload of snowflakes or La Liga rivals points. But I did neither. I just went after the boost. I didn't waste any gems. I wasted a iTunes gift card from the holiday, though, to get the doubler. But that was it. Cheers, mate. Absolutely. Okay, who is the next player of the month? I don't know. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold had probably the best month of his career. And yeah, okay. Yeah, I posted that on the site. You told me Matip would be under 20. I did not believe it. Did not feel it could be that low. We weren't seeing numbers like that. And I was 100% wrong. Ended up getting him for 19 million. And I think he ended up lower. I checked the next day and saw one for sale for 17.8. I haven't looked to see where he ended up. I jumped on and decided to grab it when I could. Is he back up now? There you go, 20. Yeah, well, he went back up to 25. But yeah, 19 million was awesome. 93 Rashford, good. I don't know. I don't use Man U players. I haven't put one in my squad yet, other than Pogba. I'll throw Pogba in. I've heard that Rashford's a great card. That's what the guys in the league are saying. But I haven't heard anything otherwise. I went all boost. Is all I focused on. And I'm real close. I think I'm 5 away from 114. And let's see, passing, defending, and Allison's boost will bump over real soon. That'll be 3 of the 5. And then Origi I've been messing around with. I'll have him trained up soon. I don't want to put him in. Him and Sterling, I think I'm going to hold on to for I believe that once they start hammering away with the ranking up, it should be coming. I mean, it looks like there's ranking up coming. We just have to try it and get there. So I'm not getting rid of some of these masters until I know what I can use them for. I did max out Allison just because I wanted to be able to focus XP on other players. I was tired of putting all my XP into the goalkeeper. Okay, what am I missing here? Messi 95, raise or decrease. It's now 35. I honestly don't know. I mean, I feel like that price is well, if we didn't have Team of the Year coming, that price should go up once he becomes extinct for those big La Liga rivals players. They should go extinct and the price should go up. But I think a lot of people are going to hold because they want to see what's going to happen with Team of the Season. Or not Team of the Season, Team of the Year. To see where it's going to go from there. That's my thought on it. I think there's going to be a lot of people waiting to see what happens. Except some friends. So now I've been sitting on a lot of these investments. I didn't do anything yesterday because I was pushing for that 40 million and trying to I've been pushing for that 40 million to be able to buy Matip, and then I was wrong with the whole value of Matip, so I had more than I needed, and then I started throwing everything into the upgrading the players, so I stopped focusing on it. How's the silver farming holding up? Well, let's see. And Ruben asks, I'm streaming on Twitch too. I'm using Omelet Arcade, and it just sends out the stream to all the platforms at the same time. I have no idea who's watching on what or where it's coming from. Let's see. All right, let's see what these 15.9. There's 21,000. I don't think very many of these are. There's 20,000. I just held on to the silvers and the golds. Any elites over the last day, I went ahead and claimed because I was using the coins to upgrade players. And I think when I finished out Allison, I think the highest I was up to was just under 50 million, like 49.8 million. Good night, Ruben. Thanks for at least stopping in and saying hi. 4:30 a.m. That's pretty crazy. There you go. That one I saw that 287,000 for an elite that I bought literally an hour before for like 105,000, which is just crazy. Okay, you claimed Matip 95 in Boxing Day. When should I sell him? If you'd have sold him right away, you would have gotten screwed. We just checked and he was up to 25 million again. Whether or not he'll stay that high of value, I don't know. But there's a very real chance that all of these high coin players will see a big dip once Team of the Year is released. So, I don't know. Okay, how did I train Allison so fast? I got him up to 97 using nothing but the XP that I grabbed from like versus and head-to-head. Just using that daily XP, I got him up to 97. But then training him past that higher that they get, it got really tough trying to find the value. So I watched, and when Scream Team Pickford dropped down to where you could buy him for $1 million, I bought, I think, 19 of them and used them to train him. At 1 million coins apiece, he was giving up 345,000 XP, 335,000 XP, something like that. I figured I was buying XP 3-to-1 at that ratio, and it allowed me to do it all at one good time. And then I sold the rest. I doubled. I waited until I could sell him for 2 million coins. I think I have one left. And I think he's sitting, I don't think you can get that much out of him now. See, I've got one left for 2.4. He won't sell. I don't know what he's going for right now. I would have to guess he's at like 1.5. No, wait, he's up. Actually, that might sell then. No. 1.9. Yeah, but if you watched, when Pickford dropped down to about 1 million, that's when I just grabbed him when I could. Let's see. When is Player of the Month and Team of the Year dropping? January 8th. That your guess is, okay, January 8th. I honestly haven't looked. I don't know. It's been kind of a blur the last few days. Too much alcohol, not enough sleep. New Year's Eve kicked the living shit out of me. 24 hours on this game. It was tough. It was very rough. Trying to stay focused with family and trying to stay focused with a steady alcohol consumption over the course of the day. I missed the first 2 hours of New Year's, and let's see, where am I at? 14.9, so we'll just say 15 million. We'll see how much I pulled in the last 2 days. I think it's 2 days. Team of the Year coming on the 8th. Please answer me, can I join your league? Johnson Tentacol says. Okay, right now I can tell you that for our league, you'd have to make top 10. We're only taking, we run our league versus leagues usually between 14 versus 14 and 18 versus 18. And you'd have to break the top 10 players to be able to rank that to make it in. And I believe right now, to hit top 10, see, it was 2 million. 2 million over the last 2 days in silvers and golds. I think right now it's 10. What is it? You have to be higher than 108, 170 is the minimum to get invited in. Let's see. So if you're above 108, 170, then send me a message and we might let you in. We try to take 2 at a time, but it's really, there's no rhyme or reason to it. How much should I sell Sensi for? I don't know. He started at the beginning of New Year's. His value was way up there, much higher than I expected it to be, and then it dropped way down, and then it went back up. I haven't looked to see where he's at now. $5 million. At one point, he was up to almost 7. Was the minimum in the market. I can't remember what I sold mine for. So like 5. But again, there's a very real... it makes me very nervous on these high coin elites and masters because of Team of the Year coming. A lot of this values might be dropping dramatically. Now, a couple of people were asking about how to sell these elites. I don't even know how many I have right now. I usually try to keep it between 200 and 300, but I don't. Okay, 226 minus the 11 or 12 that I'm using. Is Arnold getting a Player of the Month card? No, but he damn well should. No, I don't know. I just made that up. I'm just pissed because I think if we had Team of the Week this week, he would have been on, he would have had a right back Team of the Week card after the last week he had. But, let's see. So, we'll just look at the elites real quick and see if any of them are. I'll show you how I get rid of the elites. So I'm not, obviously, 158, 178, these aren't going to go. I'm looking, anybody 87 or higher, I don't want to get rid of until I can at least get 450 to 500,000 out of it, especially when most of these players I paid less than 200,000 for. Like these Lorenz, most of these got picked up in the market cheap, 120 to 130. Arnautovic, that's a capped player. Don't even mess with selling any of them for any time soon. Okay, so 100,000. I'm looking for anybody over 130,000. See, all these are 85 to 91. Okay, so there we go. So 137,300. Now, if I do a search for him in the market, I might be able to find one under 180. I don't even remember who it was. Okay. Okay, 167, 146, 145. So if his suggested value after I've done the search is still that high, do you see how it dropped? It went way down from 126 to 137 once I reconnected to the market. Is elite farming better than silver farming? No, it is not the same thing at all. Okay. The difference is elite farming, or if you're just investing in selling elites, you're excited to get close to doubling your investment. If I was excited to double my investment in silvers and golds, I would never, ever do it. Silvers and golds, I want to make 10 to 20 times what I've invested. You're never in a billion years going to do that in elites. So I don't see anybody giving me a value to be able to sell any of these right now. I'm looking for 130,000 or higher for suggested. Holy shit, what was that, 11,000? That's a capped player. Okay, so I had no elites that were even within range for me to even try to sell any of them. Now that one La Liga Rivals player, we'll check him one more time just to see where he's at now. So he's still back at 126. Let's pretend he still said 137. What I would do is I would list him for 185, 200,000, and I would probably put it on like an 8-hour just to see if I could grab the market in a low spot when he would sell. Anytime you see all of my elites selling, that's where it's coming. It's from that. King heads better than Virgil. Honestly, I will say that my Van Dijk center back doesn't head for shit. I get more out of that new Matip card than I do Van Dijk. And you have to remember that stats are only a suggestion. They don't really mean anything in this game. I want to know if anybody has used the Big Duffy from New Year's to see what kind of a player he is. I haven't looked to see, was he auctionable? Was that a non-auctionable player? Is Alexander's 82 Team of the Week card worth $615K? I like it. I have no reason I would ever swap it out. I mean, at 91, he's got great statistics. He's fast as hell. Comes downfield. He's always pressing onto the attack. I mean, if you look at his special traits, they're all attacking special traits. Oh, Duffy's 94. That's why I didn't see him. $44 million. There's only one in my market. $111 heading. Holding boost. Balance, tackle, and marking. He does have the power header trait. I mean, his stats they're not that spectacular as far as his finishing. But he looks like he would be a quick defensive center back. I miss Van Dijk from last year. That was just a finishing master. You just send the ball to him on a corner and he put it in. No matter what he did, everything was going in. We don't have a player like that beyond Weghorst. That's the only player that needs nerfed on his heading. That guy puts everything in. That's what I want, but I want a center back that'll do it. He was down to $34 million on center back or on New Year's Eve. I haven't looked. But yeah, that Trent Alexander-Arnold right back, that's a great card. I like that card. I mean, that's not one I would ever be looking to swap out. I have Milner at left back, the new UCL card, only because I want Milner in my team. It's definitely not the position I want him in. And I got rid of his center mid card. I just didn't feel like it had the stats worth it. Will 5 million coins offer appear in frozen gifts again? I have not seen anybody leak a schedule for... I haven't seen anybody leak a schedule for the gifts. I know people have said, like, oh, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to happen, and it doesn't follow any kind of a pattern that we've seen, so I don't know. I haven't messed with the gifts for a while. I'm just focusing on the boost, trying to get those last few that we need. Right now, it's kind of all falling apart. My biggest frustration is the fact that there's no way to get more free stuff. You're kind of stuck where you're at. There's, beyond opening packs and buying stuff, you're kind of settled in. Now that La Liga Rivals is gone and there's no way to earn your daily snowflake points. I don't know, the game's kind of... a Team of the Year's coming, but for right now, it's kind of boring. If you finished everything. Got rid of Pickford and used Henderson at 92 overall now, and he is real solid. I'm assuming you're referring to Sheffield United, and let's see. The Boxing Day card? I haven't even looked at the stats. He had a couple of fantastic saves today. That's like... What's his value? Wow. That's a lot of money for that card. $10 million for that card. Did anybody check the card before the game today to see if his value went up? Because, he was by far and away the best player on Sheffield today. Yeah, and that, I agree with Jake Carroll. That Salah save from the ball played through, I can't remember, I think it was Henderson that played it. No. Yeah, I think it was Henderson that played it into him. Is Team of the Week Milner good for trading anything under $300K? I don't know. Are you talking about the center mid Milner? That was an expensive card, but I think the problem right now with those older Premier League cards is their value is going to continue to drop. And the reason the value is going to drop is because they don't have the chemistry that everybody else does. And if the rumors are right and they will be adding more perks into it, I've got 1,400 perks, 1,475 to spend, and no way to do it. And if they increase the chemistry again, those older Team of the Week cards are going to give some people problems. So what are they? They're still giving 15, where all your new cards are at 19. So as this stuff continues to increase, the chemistry is going to be a big problem. Let's see. Will Courtois go down? I don't know. I think that Star Pass Courtois, I keep hearing everybody talk about how when he's trained, no one can put a ball in past him. I haven't noticed it. I haven't seen it. I'll go up against somebody and let's say you're playing them versus, and every ball you send to them, it gets knocked away, and I didn't catch who their keeper was before it started, and then I'll check afterward, and I'll be thinking, okay, it's a 100 OVR Star Pass Courtois, and then I look at it, and it's a 95 rated Pickford. And then you'll play another game against somebody else with the same Pickford card trained even higher, and you put everything past him. So I really don't know. I haven't even looked at the value on Courtois. I know his value went way up during Boxing Day. Oh, it's not. How do you spell it? Is it? Oh, guess it is. Yeah, 10 million. I know his value went way up, but I saw him. He was down as low as 5 million at the beginning of Boxing Day, and then it went way up. Can you play your League versus League game? I don't have any League versus League games. All I have is Versus. Yeah, like 3 million when La Liga started. But then his value went up as everybody started to use him. But see, for me, I'm done with Zidane, so I don't have a need for any Real Madrid players. So I already sold him, and when I sold him, I think I don't even remember. I sold him when he was in that 5 to 6 million range. Okay, I struggle on how to invest. Can you give me some tips? Let me... Okay. I won't go into the whole silvers thing right now, just because there's a whole video for that. So if you want to look at the silvers, that's where I go. But for me, I mean, I usually keep a minimum of 1,000 silvers to be able to invest. And yeah, they've started to recover. They've slowly began to recover, but I was making 2 million a day, and then it dropped to about 1 million a day in the silvers. And now with freeze and everything coming to an end, their value has really started to drop. I definitely haven't seen the same thing here soon in the last like 12 hours that I was seeing before that. But the elites is where I was making most of my coins over the event. And the elite investment investing in elites is more about, how do I explain this? It's not about knowing who to buy. It's not saying, okay, that is a great investment player. I'm going to buy 35 of this one player. It's not that. It's about like, it's blunt force, just investing for dummies, hardcore, just going after everybody. So for me, elites, I'll start with an 80 search, look for 100,000, see if anybody pops up, buy anything that's there. Now, like this card that I just paid 95,000 for, we just saw that his suggested price at the beginning of this video was 11,000 coins. That Ward Pros, that Boxing Day player was a giveaway in the... Yeah, see, that was a giveaway player that everybody got. So he has flooded the market. So I just bought one for 95,000. Do I feel that was a good investment? Yes. But the reason being is I'll be fine holding on to that card for 3 or 4 months before I sell him. I don't care. But I won't get rid of that card until I can at least sell it for 185,000. But I'm fine with waiting. If you are not fine with waiting, if you are not okay with spending 100,000 today and sitting on that card for months, then don't do it. So I'll start at 100,000. I may go up to maybe 105,000 if I'm feeling risky. There's nothing there. Let's just see where the elites are dropping off. Yeah, see, they're kind of dead right now. Not that I would buy anybody for this much. Sometimes you can also bump your value up and catch players that the market doesn't put in there for you unless you're at a higher value. So just let's see, 106, 115, nobody. So if you can't buy any elites at that range, then the other thing you can do is try to snipe them. So we'll just put bids on everybody under 105,000 out for the next 15 minutes and see if I can pick anybody up in that 100 to 105,000 range. I won't put a whole lot of effort into this. Otherwise, I'd be just fighting bids for the entire time. Now, I was having luck doing this the other day and was grabbing elites under 80,000. It's all about timing, too. Depends on if you can find a spot in the market when there aren't a whole lot of people bidding and there isn't a whole lot of stuff going on. You can kind of grab them that way. Okay, but yes, any cheap elites I grab. I don't care who it is, and that's kind of where I just grab them, hold on to them, sell them when you can, and look for that higher value. That's my main source of income in the elite range. With silvers, it's a little different. Okay, what we got? Yeah, how did I do it? How did I train up my keeper? I did it with Pickfords. I was grabbing Pickfords for $1 million. That's where I was paying $1 million, I think up to 1.1 million for them. When I saw them go that low, I grabbed a bunch and held on to them for extended period of time, looking for the opportunity to either sell or train. And then if you look at my cards here, hold on. If you were paying attention last week, I had 500 or 600 golds, and I have sold every gold I have except for those 279 rated Team of the Week cards that I'm still looking to get more than 40,000 for. That's where I dumped all my golds. If I couldn't sell them for at least 1,900 coins, I trained them into players. And that's what I've been continuing to do. Now, as far as cheap training goes, there's a video for that. But I've been buying golds constantly in this range. 800 coin golds just for training. And it's 1.5 XP, 1.5 coins per XP. $640. Okay, so there I just bought a 70 center back for 640 coins. Takes forever, but it's the cheapest XP you'll ever have. So I paid $640 for 576. You're not gonna ever find anything that cheap or anything close to that. And yeah, the 19 chemistry, Ronaldo says, those 19 chemistry do elite. Like, I could swap Warner in if I want, or Weghorst, and it doesn't even change. I mean, I'm still 170. If I really wanted to, I could. See, I have a 114 squad. That's what happens if I put Zidane in. It does bump me to 114. But I won't use that squad. I just wanted to see how close I was. So, what's up, man? How are you? I am wonderful. I am 2 sheets to the wind right now. 1 sheet yet to go. It's a little after midnight here. Sorry, I'm late. Why are you sorry? I'm always late. Like, always. If I say the stream's going to start at 11:30, yeah, it usually starts at like 11:33 to 11:40. Who is going to be the next player of the month? I don't know. I heard some people talking about Neymar Jr. being the next player of the month. I honestly couldn't tell you. I wasn't late today. Was I close? within a couple of minutes. Okay, if you're struggling to get training XP, I just showed you. I'm buying it in a gold range. That's where all of my training XP is coming from. Player of the month should be next week. We'll accept some new friends. See if I can't grab any of these. Still have time. I don't know if anybody's timed out yet. See, the whole bidding thing just gets so time consuming. It's okay if you're just trying to grab some elites. And I might do this from time to time, but yeah. From Canada. Yep, East Coast. Well, I'm not East Coast. I'm Midwest. I'm on the edge. True. There's a lot of it that has to do with I don't see them doing another Bundesliga team of the week or player of the month. I mean, we had 2 so far. We had De Bruyne, which was EPL, and then a Bundesliga. I would probably guess that if we have another one, I would not be surprised if that next player of the month is La Liga. I don't know who it would be. I don't watch the league. All right, let's play a head-to-head match. Holiday's just about over for me. Trying to get back into my normal routine. Well, at least I got rid of the 2 beers I accidentally opened. How is the market crash going to work? Okay. When I talk about a crash is when the bot can't keep up with the amount of people that are listing new players. So that every time you try to log in, it shows that the market is down. And then when the market goes down, the problem that happens then is the bot doesn't have players to buy. So when there's no players there to buy and the player pricing is based off of demand and rarity of players, you get a chance where when you go to sell players, their value is crazy low. Or when you go to sell players, their value is crazy high. And when you go to buy players, their value is low because of the bot unable to keep posting and relisting. That's a crash. Let's see. Drinking beer at 12:16 a.m. Well, of course. I can't start too early in the day. I mean, they always say it's 5:30 somewhere, but you have to realistically make sure it's not a problem. Did I already give up a goal? Holy shit. This is why I have a hard time playing and streaming at the same time. Ronaldo, how everyone got a different market. Let's see. Ronaldo, are you in my market and you're bidding against me? Any tips to beat AC Milan in Legends Chapter 2? I haven't played. any of those older matches in so long. I don't even know what that exact match was. I mean, the tips, there's a video for Roma and a video for Man City that basically give the strategy that I used throughout the entire La Liga rivals. Or, I mean, the entire World Tour. I used the same sort of players. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Looked for a cross, and that was it. Yeah, the video I talk about with Roma was before they nerfed it. It was always nice to do that, and then EA's like a week later says, oh, guess what? We're fixing it now. It's easy, just so you know. Okay, 29. See if I can't get the goal back. Wow, it was one hell of a tackle. See, I'm trying to stay focused, and I feel like I'm doing worse now. No. Okay, so the question that everyone had a different market. This was just talked about recently in my league. There are multiple markets. For what we know, it appears there are 3 separate markets you can buy from. There are multiple markets that you deal with selling into. And the market you buy from and the market you sell into are completely different. It's more of a transaction with a bot than anything. There are people like myself who believe that the market you sell into isn't a market at all. It's actually just a script transaction between you and the bot. Is that true or not? We don't know. But as far as there's 3 international servers for bots, when you go to bid, you can be one of those 3. What's my name? Finn He Sleeps. Okay. It was a good match. Holy crap, everybody's... See? Let's see who's outbidding me. Ooh, shit, I just... Oh, no, it didn't. God damn. Is that you that I keep seeing? Who is it? It's all Russian script here. Cast. It's so... Let's see. Outbid. What the hell? I don't know if you guys could pick that up over the mic, but there was a crazy loud clap of thunder, and all the lights flashed here. The internet's still live. I still have Wi-Fi. Someone is stream sniping outbidding. Yeah, probably. I was just doing it for a matter just to see if I could pick up a couple. All right, we're at 50 minutes. I'll play another match. What state am I in? I'm in Ohio. You said you were in Florida, I thought I read. That's where my second home is. Not that I have a second home, but that's where I end up traveling to most of the year. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. There's a storm brewing, and I think it's going to... If I lose power tonight, I am not going to be a happy camper. Okay, so, the pie race, he's at 700K. I think everybody should go up. Values are really low right now. It's a good time to pick up players and pick up some investments. But with Team of the Year coming out, it's really going to cause some problems with the values in the market. What's crazy is I think you're going to have a better chance investing in players that are not going to be popular or competitive in that have anything to do with that are not going to have anything to do with the Team of the Year teams. That's going to be the ones that you can make the most money off of. Who is Cast? He's outbidding me too. I don't know. I think he's somebody that was watching the stream and seeing where we were at and was just trying to grab some. Okay, we'll play a couple more matches. And then I'll call it a night before I lose power. Will the La Liga Rivals Masters go down when the others become tradable? Probably. Once everything becomes auctionable, that'll be the time when the values start to change. The La Liga Rivals will probably go way up in the very beginning. I don't know if I'm going to sell them right away. I think if their value drops really low, I don't see it as being like a big, massive crash. I don't know what that was. If we do see a big value, maybe, but I don't know. The whole Team of the Year thing is going to screw all this up. Should I sell Player of the Month De Bruyne before Team of the Year? I really don't know. If you need the money and his value is high, don't base it off of... Okay, that's the one thing that I think screws a lot of people up is... Okay, when I have investment players, I have a value in my head that I feel like they should be worth or they're going to be worth eventually. If I see that value show up, I'll sell or I'll hold on to them until I do get that value or something changes that their value never returns. As long as you do that and you're happy with it, then you're not a slave to the ever-changing values in the market. So, like if you're going to try to get rid of your Player of the Month, De Bruyne, and I don't know what his value is. I haven't even looked. Let's say you want to get $5 million out of him, and you see in the market that he's at $4 million, and you want to wait out until it's 5, then wait out till it's 5. If for some reason 2 weeks later you look and he's 3, don't panic sell. Just keep looking for that 5 million value. Don't overrank stuff. If you have somebody that you think's eventually going to hit 3 million and their highest value is 2, then you need to reevaluate how you're going about setting up your price. Don't sell too quick. Don't panic sell. Don't be afraid to hold on to stuff for a very long time. That's what really makes a difference is patience. Being able to wait and not sell because you need coins. If there's ever a time where you're selling because you need the coins, then you shouldn't have invested in that player to begin with. What is De Bruyne's value right now? Ooh, that was nice. I'll take that. I don't see Player of the Month Messi happening. It's possible just because, like we said, they haven't had a La Liga Rivals Player a month in a while. Well, they haven't had one yet this season at all. And that would make sense. See, that should have been a goal kick because that was clearly out. That had to have curled on behind the goal. 12 to 13 for that Player of the Month? If that's where he's at, that's crazy high. I mean, if you think about it, when his Player of the Month was first out, you could pick him up for 5 to 7 million. I felt like that card would go up in value as the season went along, which is why I haven't done any training to it. I assumed I would sell it, and I didn't want to have to give away the money that I put into his training. And if that's the case, we'll see what the suggested is here when this match is done. I like him. I use it. It's still in my main team. I liked Warner's Player of the Month last month, too. Oh, what happened? I wasn't even looking. Was it a free kick? That was nice. I think this will end before I even get another attack on the goal. It's a good match. Yes, I think a defender would be great. And I think if you're going to have a defender back there, I do think Trent Alexander-Arnold would deserve it if it was up to me. I think he does deserve a Player of the Month for his December. Okay. I'll swap these out just because I want to see. Holy shit, 9 million. Yeah, that is crazy high. I would be very happy selling him for 10 to 11 million. Let's see. There's no way Warner's that high. That card has got to be a lot lower. See, that was the number I was more expecting to see for I was guessing about 5 for De Bruyne. All right, we're at an hour. I'll play one more. Hey, I won a couple. Let's see who I won before we do anything. So 103 and 103,000 for 2 base elites that I'll eventually sell for 185,000. That's not a bad thing to do. Let's see. Okay, we'll play one more head-to-head match, and then I'm going to call it a night. We've been on for an hour. We'll just play the first one. There we go. Did I buy the Star Pass? I've bought the Star Pass the last couple of months. And if there's a really decent master player at the end of next month, I'll probably buy it again. I would agree. Raymond says squad building challenge is back. Yes, I truly miss squad building challenges. The amount of coins that could be generated from squad building challenges was a huge difference in FIFA Mobile 18 compared to 19. And we never, ever got to see it. And it really screwed up my investments last year. Holy crap, this is a very glitchy... This is the first head-to-head match I've had that's been like this. Can't tell whose connection it is, if it's mine or yours. Holy crap, the response is terrible. I can't even play it. You know, let this auto play out. Okay. So, as far as player of the month goes, let's see, who are we heard? We heard Benzema. There's a lot of people saying Benzema. I heard Neymar, which I think is bullshit. Messi because of Ballon d'Or. Who else could it be? Sancho. Somebody said Sancho. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it'll be Ronaldo. He had that one good game, but it wasn't a month of good matches. I don't think it will be Trent Alexander-Arnold, but I feel like he deserves it. Because I think his December was the... For me, he had the best December in all of the Premier League. Yeah, there's an image of him heading the ball in that match where it looked... I think his head was almost 9 feet in the air. Like 8.5 feet. But yeah, I just don't think Ronaldo had a month worthy of Player of the Month. He had a game that was worthy of a special Player of the Match card, but not a month worthy of Player of the Month. Here's a question. I haven't looked and I don't remember, but did Warner and De Bruyne both have max level Team of the Week cards during their month? And if that's the case, or did they just pick that out of nowhere? Dendoncker is instead of De Bruyne. See, the reason I have De Bruyne in there is because he was a free card. And early in the season, I like to keep as many rental players as I can until I start to buy and train up. And right now, he's my last rental player in the squad. And I had Fabinho in at center defensive mid, but I don't like running a center defensive mid. I prefer to run a 4-2-4 if I'm playing head-to-head and a 4-3-3 attack. But we haven't had any center attacking mids. I mean, there's some center mids with some decent attacking stats. that I could use. And I do have Zidane, but I won't play him. This looks like it's not as glitchy now. Nope. Yeah, my response on this is... Yeah, I'm sorry. I would be playing, but connection on this is just bad. Was that Trent Alexander-Arnold with the save? See? Uh-oh. And they're probably going to stop it right before I get my tying goal. Nope. There's my left mid. Vardy should be player of the month. I don't know. McTominay. I still think jumping 9 feet at age 34 is worth some special cards. Yeah, I'll give you that. In the past when they've had games like that was a good game. In the past when they've had games like that, they've released like a special man of the match card, like an orange card. I think they did that last season, but they did the season before. Or like a record breaker card from now on again. Not that, I probably broke a record for that header, but I think it's possible. Yeah, if they give Neymar a center attacking mid player of the month card, that is pointless. Okay, should I sell 90 rated cards I picked up for $1 million yet? I've sold quite a few. If I can get 1.8 million out of them, I'm selling them. But I was doing that before I trained up Allison. And once I got Becker up to 100 and I started thinking about it, this might be a time, if you have a shit ton of coins, and you can afford it, now might be the time to start grabbing some $1 million to $1.5 million coin, 90, 91, 92 rated MasterCards to set aside for ranking up when it finally comes in. If you can grab them now for $1 million, if you can't get at least 1.8 million out of them, hold on to them, because once ranking up becomes a thing, we're going to be fighting for elites. And you're going to look back on it and think, man, I remember when I could buy elites, when I could buy masters for 1 million coins and be wondering about it. All right, that's where I'm going to end it. I'm going to try to stream again in the morning. So pay attention, watch, and see if I post. If I do stream, it'll be about 10, 11 hours from now. And we'll see. Can you make a video 10 things FIFA Mobile players do wrong? Ooh. I know a lot of things that my players do wrong. But it's usually because I have control over them when they do it. All right, that's where we'll end it. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me tonight, and I'll try to be back in the morning. And if anybody had any other friend requests, I'll go ahead and accept them, and we'll go from there. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for everybody who was involved, and Informed Player, thanks for the super chat. And as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep putting out content.